Greenpeace carried out its investigation at the UK's main radioactive waste dump site, which is at Drigg in Cumbria and operated by British Nuclear Fuels. We found that our worst fears about nuclear waste dumping were confirmed. The way in which nuclear waste is being dumped at Drigg is truly shocking.
What I'm looking at here is a trench with a membrane liner to try and control the water seepage through. It's a requirement now that these trenches have an impermeable liner to stop water leaving down. What I'm looking at here is probably a filter drum, a centrifuge filter drum, just thrown into the trench. Those sharp metal edges will break open that membrane liner, and of course any rainwater percolating in through the clay cap will then simply run out the bottom. The requirement is that these materials should be bagged, they should be identified, and they're clearly not. I mean, this is just rubble being tipped in.
Okay, I'm going back down. Okay. So far my dosimeter has not gone off, so I'm not in big, massive levels. That bagging is quite interesting. I'm going to prod just to see what's in it. If you get close up here, you can see it's taped and it's actually open. Can you see that? 525 for americium. Storing is number 22. So whatever is in there is extremely hot.
So really what he's doing here is the natural background radiation on this particular meter would register about 10 to 15 counts per second. Well, we'd expect it to be over background radiation because it is, after all, a radioactive waste dump, but it's supposedly a low-level radioactive waste dump, so we really wouldn't expect the levels to go 8-10 times above background.
30,000 counts per second. I've got to store it. This is number 27. 44. Right, going to cesium. We have 2,000 counts per second. Storing as number 28. You got that? Going to americium. We have 4,000 counts per second. Storing number 29. You got that? Let's get that is outrageous. Excuse the French. Okay, what is in there? What we have there is, in my view, intermediate level waste. That needs to be determined. I have just got 30,000 becquerels per square centimetre. Okay? It's up to you now. Do you want me to move along and see what else?
No, we've got to go.
Okay.
If you want to do anything else, we've got to go.
What happened on that very high count, that 44,000 count, 4,000 times above background, the AM, the americium, went off scale. So clearly there's a very big alpha generator as well as gamma being dumped in that trench. And of course, at Drigg, there's a limitation on how much alpha materials you can actually dump, because the alpha materials has a very much higher radiotoxic potential. So there's something that's either been intentionally thrown in or somehow slipped through the net of monitoring carried out by BNFL. But when you look at the way in which that's just thrown into that trench, how could they monitor that? They don't really know what's going on.